Hey folks, Max here, and I don't have a real job. And if you work in the service industry, are a creative, freelancer, sex worker, etc., you've most likely been told at one point or another to get a real job. But to all of those with real jobs out there, let me first get this out of the way. All work is skilled work. Saying otherwise just justifies workers that we know are essential, thanks Miss Rona, being paid less than their worth. Additionally, we can't all work in STEM or in an office, even if we all wanted to, because think about it. Who will make your Starbucks order? Or put your chicken nuggies on the shelf at the grocery store? Our society literally cannot progress without service workers, creatives, sex workers, etc. But because I love diving deep into things, no, not like that right now, but hey, maybe you should subscribe if you like these things too. Let's talk about what is a real job. Thankfully, just like when I need to figure out what words children are lobbing at me in a video game lobby, Urban Dictionary is there to the rescue. The most popular definition is steady employment with a fixed salary and working hours, as well as potential for growth and advancement. Having a real job may mean working in a field that is incompatible with partying, taking drugs, or assuming an otherwise unconventional lifestyle. But a definition that just tickles me is a term used by college graduate snobs used to convince themselves that working in a corporation isn't a waste of time and following your dreams will get you nowhere. Don't get me wrong. I went to college and it was very important to my development. It's a bohemian experience that many people probably won't experience otherwise. But I also know that not everyone wants to go to college. Not everyone needs to go to college, even though I still believe they should have a right to education. And as tuition continues to skyrocket here in the US, I know that not everyone can afford college. Especially when there is a chance of being told after all of your hard work that you got the wrong degree. And that's why you can't afford to survive. Then surely you must be charging me the wrong tuition. But the first definition has an important word: unconventional. Real jobs are conventional. But what is conventional? The definition gives us salary and fixed working hours, and the term fixed working hours is intentionally vague, but most people would probably think of a 9 to 5. But in the 2019 report for the American Time Use Survey, Americans with full-time jobs spent an average of 8.89 hours on work-related activities. For men, the average was 9.15 versus 8.51 for women. That may not seem like a whole lot, but that time adds up. Assuming a 50-week work year, which would assume PTO and or having holidays off, which is not guaranteed in the US. Over the course of the year, that leads the average worker to work over 222 hours more. That's nearly 10 full days, or 5.5 extra work weeks. But even if you count an over 40-hour work week as fixed working hours, might I remind you that there is no maximum to the amount one can work in a week in the US. So you can work a 40, a 50, and an 80 all in 1 month, and if you're salaried, you'll make the same amount of money regardless. Though, even if you aren't, the most rampant type of theft in the US is wage theft. So you may still not be paid what you are owed. Okay, so a 9 to 5 is not conventional, at least not in the US, but is there more that is conventional? Going to work in an office? COVID kind of fucked us up there. Benefits? Well, I already mentioned that PTO is not a given in the US. And we also don't have maternity/paternity leave or sick time guarantees. But Max, what about retirement benefits? Well, pensions are a thing of the past, and 401ks after inflation, taxes, fees, and other costs aren't nearly enough for a comfortable retirement. And let's not even get started on insurance. Personally, I'm on the modern American insurance plan. Just don't get sick or maimed, and if I do, I'll go to GoFundMe. It's funny because it's true. Looping back to the definition, I have to say I'm stuck on having a real job may mean working in a field that is incompatible with partying, taking drugs, or assuming an otherwise unconventional lifestyle. Because, why would you want to give up your life outside of work for work? I guess it's that Sigma grind set. You're just built different. But what are you grinding for? The chance to buy a house in the one neighborhood that hasn't turned into short-term rentals and that is hours away from the city or anything of note like a grocery store? And that's assuming that you're not dropped into a dystopian debtor's prison because of debt from student loans. Ooh, I get to use this figure twice! Healthcare, credit cards, etc. I digress, but I noticed that I'm using job and work interchangeably, and they have different definitions. A job is a paid position of regular employment, or a task or piece of work, especially one that is paid. While work is activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result, or a task or tasks to be undertaken, something a person or thing has to do. So a job is a thing that makes you money, and if you're making money, it's a job. Well, guess we're done here. But Max! Service jobs are just temporary, unskilled jobs that anyone can do. Being a creative is a side hustle, and sex work is easy.
Sex work is easy. Easy.
There's no reliable data for how long workers stay in the service industry, but the median worker stays in a given service job, cleaning, food service, maintenance, healthcare, and other professions, for 2.9 years, compared to 4.1 years for workers overall. So about a difference of a year. But even if these jobs were purely temporary work, they are still necessary skilled work. I said this in the beginning of the video, but it still rings true. All work is skilled work. As a part of the waitstaff, you need to know the menu at the back of your hand and manage an entire section of hangry assholes. I mean, customers. And as a janitor, you need to know the best techniques to clean the bathroom that is literally covered in shit. Like, seriously, how do people even do that? What are you eating? And how much? Probably Taco Bell. Talking about fast food, folks love to talk about burger flippers, but as a fast food worker, you need to learn to work the computer to input orders, learn customer service, and how to say ice cream machine is broke. Then immediately again apply those customer service skills, because Karen's child is hungry. Unskilled labor is a myth to pay these workers that are the backbones of so many businesses less than what they earn the company, so that a company can maximize their profits and the CEO can maximize his yacht collection. Creatives tend to be undervalued, treated as less than and extraneous under capitalism, while socialist societies are lambasted for being bleak and dull. When regardless of your opinion of the USSR's organization of their political/economic system, they invested greatly in the arts. So much so that we still laud their efforts today with games like Tetris. And for sex workers, are you seriously telling me that you can jerk off without porn? Honestly, sex work is anything but easy. In my line of sex work, you wear 5 million different hats. Editor, filmographer, photographer, secretary, etc. Just so folks who send nudes for free can claim moral superiority over you. Sex work can be a creative endeavor, so I'm definitely repeating myself, but we provide a type of sexual entertainment no matter if we are go-go dancers, strippers, porn actors, full service, etc. But at the end of the day, all that is real is our work, or our labor. Whether you're a freelancer or a spreadsheet drone. And we can get into an argument about the value of that labor either to you, the company, or the world at large, but you're laboring. Trust me. I'm a Virgo, and I make spreadsheets for fun, and it's still hard. But this means that we all have real jobs. But we also don't have real jobs as well. Why? Because real jobs are a needless distinction of workers. At the end of the day, most of us are workers, whether you have a cozy office job or if you're one of 7 people in America working in a coal mine. And we all deserve fair pay that allows us to thrive rather than just survive, the safest possible working conditions, democratization of the workplace, and hours that allow us to enjoy life outside of work. Because of all the great joys that there are in life, why spend all of your time at work? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and ring bell. I hope you have a great rest of your day or whenever you're watching this. Okay, bye!